Welcome to the Westchester County Center, the epicenter of boys and girls basketball here in the Hudson Valley in Section 1. And I'm your host, Kevin Devaney Jr. Welcome to a very special edition of On the Beat with KDJ. We're going to bring it back now. We didn't do it for the first month of the season. December basketball over. We're going to bring it back now for the final 2 months as we march to get back here to the County Center to play for the Gold Balls. We're wrapping up day 4 at the County Center for the Slam Dunk, a very interesting week. We handed out silver balls this week, and get into that so much more on our show. And we're going to, before we get into the analysis part of the show, we're going to take a look back at some of the top plays from the last 4 days.
Keep the pressure offense, pressure defense, play the way you know how to play.
I was just trying to do whatever it takes to win. I was just trying to read the play, and it just so happened the kid threw me the ball, and I got fouled. I don't even think I got fouled. I think I just fell because I was so tired.
It was a great individual game for me. I just wish we got the W. It would have been the best Christmas present.
Ty Jerome with the behind the back dribble and pull-up jumper. Downing pushes, swings it to Woodbine. Ice all the way to the tin. Ryan for 3, high arcing it in.
A lot of people came out to watch you play the last 2 nights. How do you think you stacked up?
I think I did pretty good. I shot the ball well. I got everybody involved, and I think when I'm shooting the ball well, they put a guy on me at half court, and I said just go play, and it opens it up for everybody else.
I knew I was gonna get into groove. Last week I scored 19 against Peekskill, and I was on to hit 5 threes. This game I just wanted to do the same thing and concentrate, and hopefully get more points.
That final play, Jelani Bell Isaac with the block and then the alley-oop catch and slam, and he's been doing that all season, really doing the last 2 seasons for Putnam Valley. And Putnam Valley's a team that came here this week and took on Yorktown. They beat Yorktown, and it was a good sign for the Tigers to come off that loss to Woodlands. He knocked them off the pedestal in Class B. A lot of people thought they were the preseason favorites in Class B, a state title contender, while Woodlands, maybe that's them. Maybe they're the title contender right now, at least as we finish December. And Put Valley's resiliency, they come back into the county center. They got a big lead on Yorktown early in that game. They lost it a little bit. They regrouped and got things together. Zach Coleman, Zach Nolan, Ryan Basso, and of course, Jelani Bill Isaac showed great resiliency. Remember, this is a group of guys that came into the county center last year against Our Lady of Lourdes and got blown out of the arena. And Our Lady of Lourdes, of course, went on to go win the Section 1 championship, beating Dodge Ferry. So good to see Putnam Valley come into the building, get some good feelings, and we talked to Jelani Bill Isaac afterwards about getting back here in March. He says that's something that's the #1 goal for this team right now, not even thinking about winning a gold ball, just getting back to this building and then contending for a championship.
It's a good team win. We still got a lot of work to do in practice, so we'll take this win, move on, keep working at it.
Another team looking to get back to the county center after making it last year was Eastchester. And Eastchester, I give them credit. Coach Fred DiCarlo, they went out and as tough a schedule as any Class A team has this season, maybe them and Peekskill with the toughest slate. Their road here included a matchup in the opening round against Iona Prep, the Superpowers, maybe the best team in Westchester basketball, them and Mount Vernon neck and neck, and they got knocked off in the opening round. And they got challenged by Iona Prep that no other team in Class A in their regular season is going to challenge Eastchester. They got challenged with great defensive pressure, full court pressure, and of course with perimeter shooting. And Matt Ryan was terrific. And Eastchester, Benny DeMurco hitting 8 3-pointers in that game. It wasn't enough. The Eagles were knocked out in the opening round, played a consolation game, and that's really the game that Eastchester walked out of the building feeling disappointed about because they lost to a Bedford Academy team that tried to give them that game. Eastchester, though, challenged back-to-back games, back-to-back days, challenged in full court against the Bedford Academy team that's going to be very similar to a Peekskill, very similar to a Beacon, very similar to the teams that Eastchester has to beat. Maybe Poughkeepsie, if they're in the mix at the end in Section 1. So Eastchester learned a lot this week in their 2 losses. I think they actually leave here learning the toughest lesson and learning the best lesson. They want to be the best team possible by March. Last year, they weren't challenged in the regular season. They came into the county center for the first time in 30 years and got blown out by Poughkeepsie. This time around, they're going to be ready if they're able to get back.
I mean, we feel good. It was a loss, but we played really good. It made us a stronger team, and hopefully it'll get us better for sectionals.
Speaking of Class A, another team that's in the thick of contention is Pearl River. They only played one game here in the Slam Dunk. It was a challenge game. They blew out Dobbs Ferry. No real surprise in that one. And Kevin Degnan showed off. And it was a theme this week at the County Center. Big men who can shoot. We saw Jordan Tucker of White Plains, Matt Ryan of Atlanta Prep. And don't forget about Kevin Degnan, this 6'7" senior, already going to Fairfield, already signed to go play at Fairfield University. They're here today watching him and love what they saw. And you had to love what you saw because of the way he ran the floor, the way he rebounded, and of course, the way he shot the basketball from the perimeter. Pearl River, some ups and downs to start the season, lost some games. They're going to be in it. They might be a 8-9 seed when all is said and done in Section 1 in the regular season. They're a team in Class A with Kevin Degnan. If he plays the way he played at the County Center in this game, I think Pearl River could be that sleeper heading into the postseason. After the game, Jordan Griffith of MSU Varsity caught up with Kevin Degnan.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Pearl River forward Kevin Degnan. Kevin, a big win for you here in the Slam Dunk. How did you guys pull out this win?
We did a great team effort. A lot of guys helped out. Even though we had about, I think, like 5 guys in double digits, so that's definitely a plus for us. We practiced really hard this week. We were excited to play here and turn out with a win.
Coming into this season, there were 2 Division I commits that were seniors. Yourself and Eric Paschal. Paschal ended up leaving the school, went to a different school. You're now the lone senior in Division I in Section 1. What's that mean to you, and what's the mentality knowing you're the guy this year?
It's great. I think it's good for my teammates. They know that I'll be there for them throughout games and everything like that. And I'm just looking forward to the season going on and looking for wins.
Playing here in the County Center, one of the historic famed arenas in the area. This is where they played the end of the year section championship. Do you guys hope to come back here, and what was this experience like for you?
Yeah, definitely. We've been saying it from day one that our goal is to get back here, and it was awesome playing here today. I know I was on the team in 9th grade when we got here. I didn't even end up play, but it was just awesome today, and I hope to get back here.
Kevin Degnan headed to Fairfield University next season. His coach, one of his assistant coaches, was here today watching the game against Dobbs Ferry. Another commit for next season, going to Pace University, is Mike DeMello, who shined in this championship game tonight for White Plains. And we got to see the 1-2 punch for White Plains, and that being Jordan Tucker having a great semifinal matchup, scoring 34 points, and then Mike DeMello doing it all here tonight in their championship win. We caught up with Mike DeMello afterwards and talked about this week.
Oh yeah, I've been watching White Plains play since I was like 4 years old, and it's cool to be playing and winning this ball right here, and hopefully next we could try to come back here and win a gold ball.
I heard you say that, and I was going to ask you about that. Is that on your mind? The silver ball not enough?
Absolutely. I told the fellas before the game that this is the step we need to take to get to the next level, and the next level is the gold ball, and then from there on, and that's big.
And of course, earlier in the week, one Slam Dunk championship was handed out to Iona Prep, which knocked off Eastchester in the first round and then beat a very talented Spring Valley team for the second time in 12 days. Matt Ryan, their star MVP, we caught up with him as well. Here at tournament MVP Matt Ryan holding this trophy. How much did you guys want to win like this?
Oh, we wanted to win so badly. After beating them the first time, we knew they were going to come out just to give us their all, and we played great. We held on to a lead all game, and I think that's big for us for the rest of the season.
How much was the mindset of saying, let's forget about the first game, let's forget about beating them that first time around and have to do it again 12 days later?
Yeah, we just had to forget about that, and but we did go back to what we did. We played a good 2-3 zone. They were getting easy layups in the first half. We obviously cut that down in the second half, holding on to a lead.
A lot of people around the county, they hear about the schools that are coming to recruit you. A lot of people came out to watch you play the last 2 nights. How do you think you stacked up?
I think I did pretty good. I shot the ball well. I got everybody involved, and I think when I'm shooting the ball well, they put a guy on me at half court, and I said just go play, and it opens it up for everybody else.
From one prize recruit to another here at the Westchester County Center, joined here by Eric Paschal, formerly of Dobbs Ferry, now playing in prep school basketball. Now you signed with Fordham. Let's talk about that first. That whole process being over, signed, sealed, delivered. How'd that one feel?
It was a great feeling. I love the Fordham staff. They really helped me out. Transferred up to St. Thomas More to help me prepare better for Fordham.
Talking about St. Thomas More, the season's going very well for you. I've been following the scores and the stats and stuff. Better than maybe you expected?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better than I expected. I expected at least 10 to 12 points, but now I see I had 20 points and stuff. It builds a lot of confidence for next year in Fordham.
You got to be watching right now the way John Sevier has gone on there as a freshman, coming from playing high school ball around here as well, and what success he's had. How much do you keep in contact with him, and how much do you even keep an eye on what he's done?
I keep an eye on a lot. Me and him actually talk a lot. We text, so I always ask him how's the season going and what he does to increase his game.
How was it coming back into the county center? Obviously, you played some big games here. Was it tough coming in here that first time today?
Yeah, well, I also came here Friday, but always the memories of getting kicked out, that comes back, and then losing last year, but it's always great to come back here and watch the team play.
I know you had a great performance in a loss to Lords. You know, did you ever think about, I wish I had one more shot, one more possession in that game? And how much did that game replay in your mind?
I'm actually thinking about it a lot. It was such a big game for me, and we lost, but I wasn't even thinking about transferring at that time, but it was very good.
Always fun catching up with Eric Pascal. We're now upstairs here at the Westchester County Center. One of the best vantage points you can get for watching any high school basketball game is here in this building. And, you know, we're talking to Eric Pascal, and we talked about Our Lady of Lourdes. And Our Lady of Lourdes won Class B last season. They moved up to Class A, and they were kind of a forgotten team in the preseason because of losing 6 players from last year's rotation. Well, they did bring back Kyle Santoro, and he had the team off to a flying start. They're now in the finals of the Dutchess County Championship on Monday night after beating FDR Hyde Park in the semifinals, the team they lost to in last year's Dutchess County Championship, and beating Arlington, the Class AA heavyweight, in the opening round. So Lourdes definitely a team to keep an eye on now as they go from the Class B champion now to a contender, maybe a sleeper in Class A. In Class AA, Mount Vernon coming back from Hawaii. You know, it's nice to take a little December trip to Hawaii. Well, they made the most of that mileage, that 4,000-mile trip across the globe, and they won 3 out of 4 games. That one loss was to the number 7 ranked team in the country, that being White Station. They led White Station in the 4th quarter, and they went on to lose a lead there late, and then they knocked off St. Rita's, the Chicago powerhouse, in the consolation for the 3rd place in the Iolani Classic. And it's great for Mount Vernon to have a 3rd place trophy, but what it really shows is just how good Mount Vernon truly is. Any year they've gone to Hawaii and they've had success. They lost to Oak Hill, #1 team in the country, a few years back when they had Rajon Rondo and Josh Smith. Maybe you know those names. They had a great season. They went on to win the Federation Championship, one of the best seasons in school history. They're following along that path. I don't know if they're as good as that 2014, but they're looking like a state championship type squad, and they're a team on a mission right now in Section 1. We talked about defending champions in Class C. Palisade Prep moves up to Class B this season, and we watched Isaiah Ward completely dominate in the Yonkers City Championship. MVP performance, and his performance against Saunders was one of the best performances of the entire month of December. Isaiah Ward, a 6'3" senior, a 3rd-year starter. Him and Kevin Sabino make Palisade Prep, again, we talk about Class C champions, maybe on the fringe in Class B to start the year. Right now, they're one of the top 2, maybe 3 teams in Class B in Section 1. Going to be very interesting to see how Palisade Prep and the Phoenix fare in the next 2 months. So that's going to do it for our show here. Our first show, we're going to have many more throughout the season. If you missed any of our slam dunk coverage, go on MSGVarsity.com, where you can watch online or on channel 614 the entire boys championship game between Iona Prep and Spring Valley. And of course, the girls finals on there as well between Peekskill and Albertus Magnus. As I said, every week we're going to be doing an on-the-beat road show. We're not going to be here at the county center. We're going to be at gyms all across the Hudson Valley. If you want us there, hit me up on Twitter at MSGVarsityKDJ, or of course, you can email me. For Chris Karen, our producer, myself, Kevin Devaney Jr., thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.